Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of September 21st through the 28th. And like always, we got a bunch to talk about. So it is almost ending, and I'll get into that in a minute. We have the Devstream 189 date confirmed. We have Zephyr and Chroma Prime Resurgence are going to be leaving soon, and I'll tell you guys who they're going to be replaced with. Also, for the drops that are happening every week on Twitch, you guys can come to my Twitch channel, type !drops in the chat, and that'll give you the schedule as to where you can find all the drops and where they are happening. So let's get into all the details about this week. First, we're going to check out Bird and his shiny treasures, grab a Crimson Archon shard. Then, we're going to walk ourselves over here to the where is it? Deep Archimedea, and we're going to see it's an Exterminate, Survival, and Mirror Defense. Now really quick, in case you guys missed it, there is a free code that if you haven't done this yet, you might as well, while you still can. It's BSD-Warframe. You hit OK on that. I've already redeemed it, but I'll show you what it gets you. It's going to get you a glaive, it's going to get you a color palette, it's going to get you a potato glyph, an affinity booster, which is good for 3 days, I believe. And totally worth doing. If you already have the glaive, then you can just sell the glaive and you'll still have a Warframe slot, so that's a positive. Also, with the Prime Resurgence, we're going to have Zephyr and Chroma leaving, and in 3 days and 17 hours, we're going to see them being replaced with Mag and Nova. So if you don't have a Cronin Prime, I've been saying this every week, get yourself one of these. It's a fantastic melee weapon. It is really good, totally worth. So just grind out what you got to do, get the relics for this, crack them open, get yourself a Cronin Prime. And I got great builds for it on my channel here. Temporal Archimedea this week is going to be a Legicide Harvest, a Defense, and a Hellscrub Skuldra mission. And the Coda weapons with Eleanor, we have a Coda Catabalist with 25.3% cold, a Hema with 25.8% cold, a Mire with 48.2% electricity, a Motivore 25% heat, a Pox 33.9% heat, Sporothrix 45.9% heat, and a Coda Torxica with 25% electricity. The 1999 rewards for this week, we have in January, we're looking at Exilus Warframe Adapter Blueprint versus a Secondary Arcane Adapter. Then we have 3-day Mod Drop Chance Booster versus an Orokin Catalyst Blueprint. For February, we are looking at a Topaz Archon Shard versus an Orokin Reactor. Then we have an Exilus Warframe Adapter versus a Secondary Arcane Adapter. And for March, we're looking at a Forma versus an Arcane Enhancements Double Pack. And then we are looking at a Melee Arcane Adapter versus a Secondary Arcane Adapter. And speaking of the Forma, so Plague Star, just want to point out, we currently have 2 days and 14 hours left. This is ending soon, so hurry, step right up, go do your Plague Stars, cash in any of the pearls that you got, and, you know, get yourself whatever you're looking for. I'm curious, I know a lot of you farm Forma out. You look forward to this happening. It is a fantastic way to farm Forma. I have 2 questions, because I have my own personal opinions. About this time around, how do you feel about Plague Star now, with like the micro changes they've made to it, and how much Forma were you able to get yourself this time around? The alerts for this current week, reminder to do the weekly Ayatan treasure hunt with Maru. Also, we have Steel Path incursions of Crossfire Exterminate, Mobile Defense Exterminate, Interception, and Disruption. The invasions currently, we are looking at a Dara Vandal Receiver versus a Carrick Wraith Receiver. We are also, so also, these don't last. There's a lot of things that I'm showing you guys every single week that if you wait a day or 2 to watch these videos, I mean, if you can watch them sooner, I'm just saying subscribe, turn the bell notifications on, because there's a lot of things that are worth looking at on a daily basis that you'll see in this video, but if you wait a few days, by the time you see it, it's too late. So subscribe, turn notifications on. Welcome to the community, I appreciate it. For the sortie today, we have Survival, Mobile Defense, and Hijack. The Archon hunt, we're currently looking at an Exterminates, an Interception, and a Showdown. If we check out Maru, she has the usual permanent weeklies, plus free 1 captured Solaris using a Granum Crown, defend both Mirror Defenses objectives 3 times in a single mission, complete 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught, and then eliminate 100 enemies with a Necromech, and today's daily is play 1 emote. So as far as the offerings that she has for us this week, we're going to go over the mods. We're looking at Wild Frenzy for the Grakata, Deadly Maneuvers for the Magnus, Combat Reload for the Tigris, Dizzying Rounds for the Bronco, Pistol Scavenger, Bursting Mass for the Mutilus Quanta, and Loot Detector. And honestly, Loot Detector this week seems to be the only one that's good for, like, you want to collect, if you're just looking to make platinum. You can just grab a bunch of these, sit in trade chat, move those, make some easy plat. We also have Purging Slash for Excalibur, Shrapnel Rounds for the Merlock, Brainstorm for the Rakata, Prism Guard for Mirage. Checking out the Steel Path circuit this week, we'll see that we have Incarnate Adapters for the Boar, Gamma Core, Anku, Gorgon, and Angstrom. And if you have those already, you can instead get yourself a Rifle Pistol Melee Riven or 20,000 Kuva. If we check out what's going on the normal circuit this week, we will see that we have choices between Necros, Valkyr, and Oberon. For the Devstream 189, that is happening September 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually the Devstreams happen on Thursday, but September 25th is a Thursday. Wait, did I say usually they happen on Thursday? Usually they happen on Fridays, but September 25th is a Thursday, so just be aware of that. September 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, there will be Devstream 189, and they'll probably be telling us about what's upcoming. Like, I know we're expecting another major update in October, and then at the end of this year. So hopefully they give us a release date for the one in October at bare minimum. That would be awesome. But here at Acrithis, we have Arcane Intention for 10 Pathos Clamps, an Aroken Catalyst Blueprint for 20 Pathos Clamps, Secondary Arcane Adapter for 25 Pathos Clamps, Companion Weapon Riven Mod for 20 Pathos Clamps, and a Formal Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps. Checking out Teshin and Steel Path Honors to see what he's got this week. The usual Veiled Riven Cipher, always good to grab these. And then 30,000 Endo, super useful if you are a lot newer to the game or even halfway through the game. And then talking to Numbnuts over here, seeing what he's got today. We have Browse Merchandise. He's got a Tenant Ferox, Impact 29.7%, Tenant Grigori, Toxin 34.2%, Tenant Livia, Cold 26.2%, Tenant Exec, Impact 57.4%. That is one more fusion away from being maxed out. Absolutely worth getting that. And then a Tenant Agendus, 33.6% Radiation. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of Warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedea and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you could travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.